Welcome to Follow Up Friday. If you're here in Pittsburgh, you're freezing your gutsies off because it's been like -10 for 2 days. So we're on day 2 of a 2-hour delay. It's a little chilly, but Frenchie's been out showing houses for 3 days, and I have a lot coming up this weekend. I've also been in a few multiple offer situations, so the snow is not stopping Pittsburgh in the real estate market. Recently, I just had a home inspection, and I always recommend my clients get home, pest, and radon. We've talked a little bit about each of them, but today I want to focus on radon. Why do I want to focus on radon? Because not a lot of people know about it. So this is your reminder throughout the video. Radon's important because, first of all, like I said, many people know about it, but it can also be harmful. 1 in 15 homes actually have high levels of radon. And this is something I would say in my real estate career, probably the last 5 years, we have found to be a little more of importance, so something more on the radar to look at. Radon, radar, so you keep it in mind. So what is it? It is an odorless, colorless gas that actually can come up from the foundation of your home. So a lot of people, let's say Texas, Arizona, some of the places that you don't find as many basements in are not familiar with radon because it comes up from the ground. Here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, those great Pittsburgh basements, Pittsburgh potties. Did you see my post last night of the Pittsburgh tub? Ooh. Anyhow, in the cracks or foundation of the basement, radon comes from the ground. So it can creak in from just your typical foundations in a home. It doesn't mean even a brand new home can have it. So a lot of the new construction homes here in Pittsburgh actually put the radon mitigation system in, and they don't activate it. It's very simple. I have a small picture. I'm going to see if I can bring into focus on what it would look like on the outside. Can you see that? So what is it? It's a colorless, odorless glass. Why is it important? Because like I said, it can be harmful. As far as what it will do to you, it can cause headaches. It's actually the second leading cause of lung cancer behind smokers. So smoking or secondhand smoke is the first, but lung cancer, the second most leading, is from radon. It sounds a little crazy to me because you don't hear about it often. You don't hear about people living with it. You don't hear about people detecting it until you're going to buy or sell a home. So what is a radon inspection? How do you detect it? How do you find it? You actually can find little kits at your local store. So you can hire an inspector and they can bring in these, I call them radon balls. I don't know what the actual term is, but it looks like a cylinder or circle, and they're on a pipe and they hold on a string over the part of your basement, in your utility rooms, in your living space. So right now, I'm actually in our utility room, obviously where heater, furnace, the hot water tank things are. But they hang them over the beam. If there's not, they'll put them in the middle of the room. You might need more than one to detect. So, like I said, you can find them at your local hardware store, somewhere close. I'm sure, that online shopping, you can find it. Or you can hire an inspector to come drop them. Then what is the test like? So you basically will seal off your basement. You will not be opening or closing doors in or out of your basement with fresh air. And that radon system will sit for, I think, approximately 2 to 3 days. They seal them and close them. They take them back and they find the levels. In Pennsylvania and across the nation, I have a few statistics. The EPA recommends home that 4, PCI levels. So that's the magic number. If it's above if it's above 4.0, then you need to get a radon mitigation system placed in your home. It's not drastically crazy as long as you have somewhere to access the outside walls of your home. So typically I've seen them attached to a furnace. They look something like this, almost like a white pipe when you're in the actual basement. And then I showed you the picture what the outside one looks like. And then there's a fan that turns on and it just spins and it moves the air. And you'll see a dial about this long, and it has levels, and you'll want to see that it stays between that level. It sounds complicated. It's pretty simple. Getting them in can range anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. On average, the buyers or sellers that I've worked with are spending about $1,500 to have the whole system put in. If a lot of the new constructions, as I mentioned, have them in, then it's even cheaper because you're just activating it and putting the fan system in, not all of the piping. So I think it's important that you know. I think it's important that you understand what radon is. If you have any questions about it, reach out to me. I'll send you to my inspectors, my experts. It's a pretty simple test, but it's something that's really important. And you can find, of course, more information. And there are specific companies that work just on with radon mitigation. So I hope that was helpful. It's not something to flip on. It's not something to freak out on. It's just something that you need to maintain and take care of. In an inspection, it has to be disclosed. You know that wonderful seller disclosure? That needs to make sure that if you're selling or listing your home, like I said, with me especially, I'll make sure you say, hey, if you know of radon, you need to put that in and when the mitigation system was placed. If you don't, and then we go ahead and get an inspection for my buyers or my sellers, and that comes up, that'll definitely be something we'll be requesting from the sellers to place before moving into the home, or at least to negotiate to have put in. That is on the seller, in my opinion, to have done. It's very important. And it's your follow-up Friday. So, I hope this was helpful. Let me see if there's any other good things I can find. Nope. I covered it all. So, I hope this was helpful. I do have a busy weekend. The market's crazy. It's absolutely crazy right now. I thought we'd slow down just a little bit, but when those right realtors are pricing the homes correctly, they're flying off the market. I have a few showings this weekend. Hope to have a couple more contracts in place. My inspectors are ready to go once we're under contract. My lenders, they are on call. I've had 3 pre-approvals this week, so we're moving and grooving. I thank you all for your love and support. Stay warm. Be careful on the roads. Got to think about that race car. The race car and the driveway are not working out very well. Got to go back to that Silverado. All right, you guys. I love what I do. I know you will too. And I will see you next week. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.